Hello guys, welcome to this new video and thank you for watching this video. And in this video we are going to do a deep dive into AnyConnect clientless. So it's this one right here. It's not an AnyConnect, it's a clientless SSL VPN on the ASA. We already did it on the Cisco router. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. It is on my YouTube channel. So, and for this clientless SSL VPN configuration on the ASA, the and for this certification for the CCNP security SIMOS, it calls for the use of the ASDM. So we are going to be using the ASDM for this video. So let's go ahead and start, and let's go ahead and take a look at my topology. And as you can see right here, my topology, everything it is working. I'm able to pin all the interfaces or the all the IP address and all the interfaces, as you can see right here. So let's go ahead and start with this configuration. So I have my ASDM over here, and I configured to be connected to the management interface on the ASA. So we are going to fire up this ASDM over here that I have it open. Is this one right here. So let's go ahead and connect to that ASDM, and we are going to connect to IP address 10.10.10.1. That should bring up the ASDM. There you go. Say yes. Always trust this publisher. Allow it. And now we need to log in with that username and password that I configure. There we go. That shouldn't take long. There we go. So we are inside the ASDM now. So let's go ahead, and the first thing that the only thing we are going to be configuring is going to be we are going to go into configuration from the ASDM, and then we are going to go into remote access VPN. And from over here, we are going to configure the clientless SSL VPN. You could do it from the wizard, which is a lot easier to do it. Right here, clientless SSL. We takes you step by step, but we're not going to be doing that. We are going to do it manually. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and configure a group policy. And this group policy, we are going to call this remote group policy 1. And the banner we're not going to inherit, because if we inherit this, it is going to use the default group policy that it is um, enabled by default, that the ASDM comes by default. But we don't want to inherit. We're going to we say welcome to remote group 1. Right? And then if you go to options, you got options over here. So you are able to pick the tunneling protocol that you want. We are not going to inherit, because if we inherit, like I said, it's going to take it from the default group policy. And all we need to do is we want to check the clientless SSL VPN. We're not going to do any SSL VPN client. We're not going to do IPsec IPv1 or IPsec IPv2. So all we're going to be doing is clientless SSL VPN. So that's all I want the users to or the users that are going to be connected to this group policy to only have access to the clientless SSL VPN. You can do other stuff like web ACL. You can do the access hours, simultaneous logins. You can restrict access to VLANs. Now a lot of other stuff, but we're not going to do any of that. And let's go ahead and go to the portal. Actually, let's not do that. We are going to manually do that, and then we are going to add it. More options. And these other options, we're not going to go over that right now. So let's go ahead and click OK and apply so you can save it. After you do that, the next step to do is to create the connection profile. And as you can see, there's two connection profiles that comes by default. The default RA group is for the Cisco AnyConnect VPN, and this one Web VPN is for the SSL clientless VPN connection. So we are going to create a new one, and we are going to call this remote profile 1. The alias, we're going to leave it like that for now. DNS servers, you can just do 8.8.8 for now. And the group policy right now, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and attach the group policy that we just created. which is remote group policy 1. Okay, and you want to enable SSL VPN protocol on it. And we are going to be using AAA server group. It's going to be the local one. We're not going to do certificate or any of that. We are going to use the local. Now, if you go ahead, domain name is an invalid DNS name. Let's just do ccdtt.com. There we go. It's going to get rid of that error. For general, we're not going to touch that. Authentication, we're not going to touch any of that. What we want to configure is the Clientless SSL VPN. And from here, we are going to create a group URL. So for this URL, for this right here, what is going to happen is since we are going to connect to HTTPS 20.1. Oops, doesn't like my keyboard. 20.1.1.1 slash let's just call it group 1. And this one is going to add a it is basically just adding a group URL. So whenever, if you are connecting to group 1, you just want to go to 20.1.1.1 slash group 1, and that's going to take you to that 20.1.1.1, right? And if you have a group 2 that we're going to configure later, you can go ahead and do another URL for that group and just give them that URL for that group, which we are going to do later. There we go. It is enabled. Oh, that is good. And we are going to customize the login and the logout. So let's go ahead and do that and apply it so we can save it. And now, since we have this select, we need to enable it on the outside network, which is 20.1.1.1. Go ahead and apply it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go into advanced. It's not advanced. We want to go into the portal. And over here, we want to create some bookmarks. So let's go ahead and create bookmark 1. And the get post method, select that. And what we want to pick right here is going to be website. It's going to be the title of it. It's going to take us to this website. And it is 192, that's 168.1.2. Let's go ahead and click OK. And OK, so we have the bookmarks created. That's good. After that, we want to go ahead and do some customization. We want to add our own custom portal. So let's go ahead and add a new one. And it does takes a little bit. So let's just not do that for now. Let's just go ahead and click cancel. Let's go ahead and save our configuration. And now let's go ahead and go back to the connection profiles. As you connection profiles, no, because we did not do the customization. So what we need to do is we need to go into, let's go ahead into the group policies. And let's go ahead and edit the one that we created. And from over here, let's go ahead and go to the portal. And we don't want to inherit. We want to pick the one that we created, bookmarks 1. Let's go ahead and add it, apply it, save it. And now after we do that, what we need to do is we need to create a user that is going to be able to connect to that clientless SSL. And let's go ahead and go local users. I already have one that I created from the ASA, but we're going to add a new one. And this one is going to be, just call it group 1. Password Cisco, confirm password Cisco. And we don't want him to have access to ASDM, SSH, and Telnet and console. So we are going to say no ASDM, SSH, Telnet, or console. All we want it to be able to is to remote or log in into that portal. Click OK and apply it and save it. So now we should be able to connect from this Firefox browser into this ASA. So let's go ahead and try that and see if we are able to do that. So we are going to bring up that. We're going to go into 20.1.1.1. So let's just put HTTPS / group 1. You're going to go into advanced, add an exception, confirm it, and there we go. So now the username that we configured, I believe was group 1, and the password was Cisco. Login failed. Let's try it again. Was it group Cisco? And there you go. As you can see, here's my banner that I configured from the group policies. Welcome to group 1. continue, and you can see right here we have access now. We are inside the ASA. Um, we are the SSL VPN service, and we have this website right here that we can go ahead and click, and it should take us to that WordPress website. As you can see, it already says turnkey Linux, just another WordPress site. So it is working. And if you want to go ahead and modify your portal, you can go ahead and do that. And the way to do that is that we need to go into customization. And since we have this default customization attached to the connection profile, if you go into the connection profile and you go into advanced client SSL VPN, we're using that default customization. So let's go ahead and cancel, and let's go ahead into customization. Let's go over here, and let's go into the Logout page. You can change the title if you want to. Let's go ahead and SSL VPN group 1. Okay, the title panel, you can go ahead and say group 1. You can change the font. Let's just change it to pink. The login form, you can click you can edit the title. Login group 1. Please enter username and password. Let's just say group 1 so we can differentiate. And as you can see, you can add more stuff to it. The portal, inside of the portal, we can go ahead and configure that. SSL VPN group 1. We can change the color to pink. And you can change a lot of more stuff. As you can see right here, the logout page, the title of the logout group 1. You can add that too. And let's go ahead and save that, and you can see apply it. And now let's go ahead and go into the browser. As you can see, it was able to take me into that website over here that I gave him access to it. So now let's go ahead and go back, and let's just go ahead and log out. And as you can see right here, it already says SSL VPN service group 1 because we modify that, and it says please enter your username and password group 1. So that's good. Let's go ahead and log in with the group 1 password Cisco. Was it just group Cisco? There we go. And you can see that we changed the title of whenever. Oh no, this is for the banner. We did not configure that. We did not change that, but we changed the color, as you can see right here. And the website still right here, which is the bookmarks. We did not edit any of that. And if you click on logout, you can see right here, logout group 1. So that's good. So as you can see right now, it was everything that we configured was configured. And also if you want to customize your own one, you can go ahead and do that as well. Let's just go ahead and call it group 1. The login page, group 1. Let's just leave everything as default, group 1, group 1, group 1. And what I want to do is I want to change the fonts to red. Let's go ahead into the panel and change this to red as well. And go ahead and click OK and apply it. And now let's go ahead and go into the browser again. Let's go ahead and refresh it. And as you can see right here, it was not applied. And why it was not applied? It was not applied because the connection profile is still using the default customization. So we need to change it to group 1. So let's go ahead into connection profiles. Let's go ahead into remote profile 1, and we are going to go into advanced and advanced clientless. And over here, we are going to change it to group 1. Apply it and save it. Good. Now let's go ahead and go into the browser, refresh, and now you can see that it is red because we are now using the customization that we created for group 1, right? And also, if we want to create two different um, groups and all that, and just have the same user to have access to two groups, we can go ahead and do that. So first, let's go ahead and create another group. This one is going to be for the customization, group 2. The titles, we are going to change everything to group 2 so we can differentiate. Title panel, group 2. And let's go ahead and change the color. I want it to be orange. Login form, group 2. Also right here, change it to group 2. Okay. Let's see what else we have over here. Group 2. Let's go ahead and select that. And we are going to select the orange. Anything else? Logout page. It froze a little bit. Let's just give it a second. There we go. Logout page. Group 2. So that is good. Let's go ahead and add that. There we go. It doesn't have any connection profiles for now because we need to go ahead and create a connection profile. So let's go ahead and if we want to just apply it, let's verify that it is there. Yeah, group 2 is still there. Connection profiles. Let's go ahead and create a new connection profile. And this one is, why did I call the other one? Remote profile 1. Let's go ahead and call this one remote profile 2. Good. And let's go ahead and create and give it an alias, which is going to be group 2. And this group 2 right here, it is going to, this is why we are going to select either group 2 or group 1. We have to um, modify that. And we also need to configure a group policy for this. Let's go ahead and go into advanced, clientless. And for this one, we are not going to use the default. We are going to use group 2. Okay. We are going to add a HTTPS / 21. Let's go. So 20.1.1.1 / group 2. Good. Let's go ahead and click OK. Apply it. Let's go ahead and on the bookmarks, we can go ahead and create another bookmarks too. Bookmarks 2. Go ahead and add it. Okay. This is going to be website group 2. And it's going to go to 192.168.1.2 to this website right here. Click OK. Okay, so now let's go ahead and configure that. We need to configure that group policy. Let's go ahead and create a new group policy and we call that, let's go ahead and cancel. We call that remote group policy 1. Let's go ahead and name this remote group policy 2. Remote group policy 2. We're going to say welcome to group 2. And you have more options. We don't want to inherit. We just want to use the Clientless SSL VPN. For the portal, we're not going to inherit. We're going to use bookmark 2. See more options. We don't have to do anything in there either. Let's go ahead and click OK and apply it. And now what we need to do is we need to go into, let's go ahead and go into the connection profiles, group remote policy 2. And let's go ahead and create and add that group policy to the connection profile. There we go. See if I have anything else. Nope, it looks good. The alias is group 2. So now we also need to go ahead and create an alias for group 1. Group 1. And now let's go ahead and enable those two. And after we enable those two, what we want to do is we want to say allow user to select connection profile on login. And that's going to be for both of them. So that's good. Let's go ahead and leave it like that. Let's go ahead and apply it. Save it. So, and let's go ahead and go into the browser. All right, so we're going to refresh the browser. Let's go ahead into this one right here. And as you can see now, it is a different login page. So you can see it is letting you to select the group. Let's go ahead and go into group 1 and see what color we get. Group Cisco. Welcome to group 1. That's good. You can see that everything is red in group 1. We can still have that website in there, so that's good. So now let's go ahead and log out, and it tells you you're logging out of group 1. Let's go ahead and log on again, but now we are going to select group 2, and let's see what happens when we select group 2. The same username and password. And there we go. It tells you right there, welcome to group 2. So we have successfully configured, and look at the bookmark, it says website group 2. There we go. So we have successfully configured 2 connection profiles. We also did 2 group policies, and we enable to allow the user to select that connection profile on the login page or the login page. So that's how you do that. And also, if you want to see how different they are, if you want to go to group policy, and we are going to configure group policy, remote group policy 2. And what we're going to say is that whenever they're going to use that um, more options, I don't want to choose clientless SSL VPN. I only wanted to use SSL client VPN. All right, let's go ahead and click OK. And that is for group 2. Let's see if it's going to let me on now. Let's go ahead and go over here, refresh, and let's go log out. Let's go ahead and go back. Sorry for that. There you go. And let's select the group 2, which is the one that we edited. And let's go ahead and do group, the username and password was Cisco. There we go. So as you can see right here, it does not let you on because AnyConnect is not enabled on the VPN server, so we cannot log into the group 2, but we are able to log in into group 1. So let's go ahead and do group Cisco. So it lets you on group 1, but it doesn't let you on group 2 because if you go into the remote group policy 2, more options, it only lets you on the SSL VPN client. So if you go into clientless SSL VPN, select that, apply it, and let's go ahead and save it. And now let's go ahead and go into the browser. Let's go ahead and log out, log back in, and it should let me now into my portal, Cisco. There you go. So that's how you're able to configure the connection profile, the group policies, the bookmarks. You can customize the portal. So we did all that good stuff. We were also able to let the user select either if they want to log in into group 1 or group 2 by adding the aliases, and by enabling those users to, like we said for the connection profile 2, we allow that user to select the connection profile on the login page, either group 2 or group 1. So this is set for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys understood everything I was configuring. And if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave the questions on this video below. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips if you have a Twitter account. And if you do not have a Twitter account, go ahead and create a Twitter account and then follow me at CCNA Daily Tips. And look at me right now, 1,000 followers. Yoo-hoo! Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. And I love you guys. Bye-bye.